Hello everybody, my name's Felipe Barros and I'm a dance teacher. I specialise in West Coast swing and solo dance. And I've influences in styles like West Coast swing, hip-hop, commercial, contemporary, ballet, house, and more. Recently I've been dancing with more connection with my partners and it's felt so wonderful. So here are some tips on how you connect with your partners. Enjoy, let's go. Great, so first of all, it's worth knowing that connection, it can be a visual, body language or physical. So today we'll be focusing more on the physical. So it's what you can actually feel from your partner. And so my first tip is, as a leader and a follower, is when we are in our anchor step. And it's that amazing, the 6 into the 1, that stretch, which we have that away energy. And that can really create loads of connection with our partner. So as a leader, I'm here and I'm going in my third position. I'm going 5 and then I'm going to roll from the balls of my feet down towards the heel. And I'm also going to move the body towards the heel. So I'm going like this. And I like to think about my hips are going further than my foot. Also, the other parts are moving above as well, but maybe not as much as the hips. Because otherwise, some people move it all as one, but I like to move from the hip. And I don't think about the tailbone. So if you put your finger on the bottom of your back and feel the bottom of your spine, I'm not thinking about the tailbone going past the foot. I prefer to think about the hip going past the foot. So you can put your hand on that bony part here and think of it going past the foot. Because it makes you more of a diagonal and I feel it's more dynamic and gives you more stretch and a nicer angle as well. And the followers, the same way as the leaders, we're doing our 5 and a 6 and we're rolling, and then the weight of the hip is going towards as well, past the foot actually, as we stretch with our partner. So we're going 5 and 6. You can think of it as and 1, like this. And what's important to note is that the leader, they're the ones who are creating this stretch, and the followers are responding by doing the same. So if the leader is stretching quickly, the follower is going to respond doing the same. Sometimes I find myself, like when I'm teaching private lessons and so on, I might be taking my time stretching, and the follower has already reached the end and they're just waiting, whilst I'm still going, stretching like this. So that's another thing to bear in mind as well. So it's this partnership where both people are working together, creating this wonderful stretch together. Now, another important thing to remember as well is to keep a small bend in the elbow like this, not to have it straight, because once it's straight, I feel we lose that elasticity, and also you've got nowhere else to go in this rope. We often refer to this as the rope, and for the follower as well, a little bit of a bend in the elbow, and we're not making that, lifting it too high where it makes a W with our partner. We like to put it, as a leader, put it around the followers belly button, their center. So by me doing that, as I'm stretching towards the back of my foot, I can also if I want to, I can give some rope as well to my partner. Now, another very important point here is the center counterpoint, which I really enjoyed learning from Robert Royston in his, when he was being on Nerdy West Coast Swing. On their channel, it was fantastic things he had to say, so I recommend that channel. I'll link that video below as well. And the followers as well, you're here. So we are moving away from this center counterpoint. So the follower's hand is here, and the leader's hand is here. And we're both moving away from that center. We're not really moving this, we're focusing more on moving here. I like to think of it there being a little bit of tone in the arm, but not super tone, because we don't want to make it super rough. It doesn't feel very nice. We're thinking more about connecting from the back muscles, engaging those a little bit perhaps here. So now we have the arms with a little bit of a bend in the elbow, and then the leader's initiating, the followers responding. We're both moving away from each other, moving away from that center counterpoint, and then it feels wonderful. Now, another concept that's really important as well is eccentric contraction. And I learned this from Myles and Tessa. They are amazing as well. And they've got the Swing Literacy Development Program, which I haven't sadly done. I'd love to do it. And yeah, I've done the Elasticity Challenge and other challenges they do on Facebook. So I'll link to some of their resources as well. Check them out. And they spoke about you are like letting the leash go. So there's a bit of energy here in the muscles, and I'm allowing it to go away. It's like I have a dumbbell, and I'm here, and I'm rather than just letting the dumbbell go down like this, and it hurts my shoulder. I'm under tension. I'm releasing the dumbbell downwards while lifting it up slowly. If I go really quickly, I'm using force to bring it up. So I'm bringing it up nice and slowly like this, or down like that. And in the same way, I'm thinking about that with my partner. So now, rather than being down here, I'm up here, and I'm stretching away. And if I want to, I can also allow this to move like this. So this is still pretty still. There might be a bit of movement, but I'm allowing the movement here to increase here. And it's like that under tension, like the dumbbell. Same with the follower, moving away here, under tension. And that means that this is going to move less. It's going to stay in the center. And it's really helps a lot as well, this does. And now for the next concept now, as a leader, as I'm now going into I'm doing my stress, loading up the connection, and now at some point I'm going to have to overpower my partner. Otherwise, if we just wait here with, about 3 kilograms of pressure away from each other, or 2 pounds of pressure, as the great Doug Silton says in his intensive, which I recommend as well. I'll link that below. This agreed upon connection of roughly 2 pounds or 3 or 4 kilos, moving away. Now when no one's going to move. One of us, I'm going to have to go slightly build up the energy to maybe 4 kilos to start the lead. Follower, I'm here. I'm stretching backwards with that agreed upon connection, and at some point I'm going to feel the lead. So I'm going to slowly come forwards with that lead, like this. Now it's important that we don't come forwards pulling with our arm like this, because it doesn't feel very nice. We lose a lot of that really nice elasticity feeling. It's the body that comes first, and if you want to, you can then move the wrist towards the rib cage, as Doug Silton also says in his amazing intensive. Same as leaders, if I want to, once I've led my follower with my body, if I want to, I can move my wrist towards the rib cage, then move it out again. That leash, remember that eccentric contraction coming out. I'll move over here so you can see me. So it's under 1, 2, if I want to move it in, and allow the follower to come out again. So what I'm really finding at the moment is I'm really enjoying now connecting with my partner more, feeling like I'm dancing with people of any level. It's a nice game to try and connect to them. And by connection, I mean you can feel them basically, which feels really cool. So I'm going to show you something with elastic band now. I'm going to get it here. And I'm trying when I dance to try and have at least some kind of connection with my partner. This is no connection. This is a little bit of connection, and this is increasing to even more connection. And so when I'm dancing, imagine I'm the leader here and the followers here. I like to try and have a little bit of connection with my partner throughout the whole dance if I can. But this is constant connection, and it's an option that you have. It might obviously go down and up the number from 0 to 10. It might go down a bit or up during the dance, depending on if we're doing things like adding acceleration and so on. But it's really nice to feel where your partner is. You can feel their weight transfers, where their body is. It's lovely. And now for the next sort of idea now, to take your connection as well throughout the dances. For example, if I'm on passes, like an inside roll, I've been thinking now about when I lead it. So I've been doing all the stuff I've been talking about. And then sometimes I might disconnect when I do my prep. So here I can think about I might prep and then come diagonally up on my next prep. And I think about the follower also. This is the follower's hand and my hand. I'm going up diagonally, and the follower is a little bit delayed, also pulling back a little bit against it. So we have that away energy. So as I lead that, this is me here, and this is the follower. As I'm prepping them, it's coming up diagonally, and this is their hand. And there's still that connection here as I prep them, and it's not just going loose. It's kind of like, prepping them like this. So I hope that makes sense. So I'm coming up diagonally, the followers are applying a little bit of pressure against that, and I can feel the connection with them. Depending on each follower, they might have a longer arm, which means they're going to come up. They have a more of a diagonal they can go. Their hand can go higher. If they have a shorter hand, obviously I can't go so high, and maybe not so diagonal. So it's amazing how we adjust to each partner we're with. So I'm reading my inside roll. So I'm going into 1, diagonally up on 2, might continue coming up, drawing a circle around the head. I'll try to connect on the circle as well. I think at the moment I find that maybe a little bit, not too narrow, but a little bit wider around the head. I feel more connection there. Then I bring their hand down towards me, and I feel the connection as I come down. And then if I want to, as Carl and Sarah say, in some of their, what they say, and I recommend as well, resources they have on YouTube and on their website. I can link that as well. And then I thought I can bring their hand out as well like this. So it's coming diagonally up, as I prep them, drawing a little circle around the head, and then bring it down. And I can still feel that connection. And then I can keep it close to it and then bring it out if I need to. Followers, Let me put this away. So I'm here. I'll do it from this side. So check my lining here. So followers, I'm coming forwards on, so I've stretched, coming forwards, I want diagonally upwards. I'm applying a little bit of a weight pressure, so we have a nice connection here. I've been prepped, and then I'm coming around 3 and 4, and hopefully then the hand more towards my leader, and I'm pushing away to create that connection. We can feel away from each other as I finish that. I also like to do my right side passes. So I like to bring it up diagonally to create that connection with my partner as I do my right side pass, and then bring it down, making sure there's that maybe away energy from my partner, a little bit of tone in the arm, and then they're going to be countering against that, hopefully if they're more experienced, or we feel this connection as well as they do that. So imagine I'm the follower now on the right side pass. I've done my quick position check. I've done my stretching, I'm coming forwards now, and I'm applying a little bit of pressure down on the hand, maybe with lateral pressure as well, as I'm coming down for my right side pass. Because we have our away energy, toward energy, we can also have lateral as well. So I like to think of magnets. So if the leader's is applying a bit of pressure this way, I'm going to apply a bit of pressure opposite back towards that, but matching the energy the leader's giving. Or if it's going the other way, I also will push into that as a follower. So this lateral energy can be used in lateral movements or in rotational moves. So it's this lovely game between both people trying to connect together like magnets and creating to feel each other, so through that connection. And it makes it really fun. But again, I encourage you, don't be like, oh, I can't connect with everybody perfectly. It's fine, we're not expecting perfection, but just enjoy this game and connecting and bringing the best out of each other. So which one of these tips did you find most helpful? Do comment below, I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video useful, then do drop this a cheeky like. And I'd love to invite you to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below and the bell icon that will help to keep you notified when videos are available. And if you would like to have coaching online or in person with me, then you're very welcome to contact me for more information. For example, we can watch some of your videos and talk them through together, or I can watch you dancing from where you are, whether that's in person or online. I can't wait to help you. I'd like to check out these other videos, and I'd like to wish you all a wonderful day, and don't forget to enjoy your dance journey.